Okay, so this is a mini lesson on how you can change an equation that's in standard form. So this is standard form, and we want to change it into slope-intercept form. Standard form just means some number in front of x plus some number in front of y equals some other number. That's what standard form means. There are several principles that you need to follow in order to change this. The first thing is the equality property, which means whatever I do to one side, I've got to do to the other side. So I usually draw a line here to remind myself that if I do something over here, I need to do it over here. The other principle that I need to adhere to is the idea of inverse operations. Now when I'm looking at this side, to put it into slope-intercept form, I know it's in slope-intercept form when I'm left with y equals. So that's my goal. Now you'll notice that there's some other numbers here and variables besides the y. I need to get rid of this, and I need to get rid of this. To do that, I'm going to use inverse operations. I want to start away from the y and sort of work back towards it. So I'm going to get rid of this 3x first. To do that, it's a positive 3x, so I'm going to use the inverse operation of addition, which is subtraction. Again, what I do to this side, I need to do this to this side. Second, I'm going to simplify that. So I got, this gives me 0, so I'm not going to bother writing that. I have 9y here, and it's positive. I'm leaving that positive. And then over here, I'm going to change the order so that it looks like slope-intercept form. I don't have to, but I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put the negative 3x first, and because that's a positive 18, I'm putting that second. So then I'm going to continue isolating this y. Now, this is 9 times y, so the inverse of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide this side by 9, and I'm going to divide this entire side by 9. So I could put a line underneath here and write 9 like that. Usually people get confused by that, so instead, something that's equivalent is, instead of doing that, I'm going to divide both terms by 9. Which, if you think about adding fractions, I'd have to have a common denominator to add them anyway, so it's the same concept. Now I'm going to simplify everything. So I'm left with 9 divided by 9 is 1, 1y, and I don't have to write the 1 because of the identity property. 1 times anything is that number. And then I'm going to simplify. Negative 3/9 simplifies by dividing both terms by 3. I get negative 1/3. Don't forget to put the x. 18 divided by 9 is 2. So, in slope-intercept form, in y equals mx plus b form, the slope here, the m, is negative 1/3. The b is 2. Again, a couple principles that I used here. Number one, I'm using the equality property. What I do to one expression, I have to do to the other side to make sure that it remains equal. And I use the idea of inverse operations. Also, something that I didn't mention is if I change the order here, that's called the commutative property. Totally within the rules of solving an equation. Hope this helps.